Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Color Me Badland, back as I promised with a part two of beautiful fragrances that are Valentine's Day appropriate, or just date night appropriate, period. But I wanted to do a part two because I have so many fragrances that I think are perfect for that particular day. Valentine's Day is Sweetheart's Day. Even if you're just loving on yourself, it's just one of those days where you enjoy the day, hopefully. Even if you have to work, maybe if you don't order out a lunch, maybe you'll pack a little cute little something for yourself just to treat yourself, or maybe buy yourself a cute little piece of candy or a fragrance. And so on today's recording that I'm going to share are fragrances for the young lady or gentleman, depending on what type of fragrances you like, who may not have an outside date but an inside date. If you're interested to find out what fragrances I'm coming on to share for that up close and personal encounter, please continue to watch. Alright, so let's get off into it. I first off want to greet everybody. I can't go under the assumption that we all know each other, because there's a possibility that this is the very first time that you have ever laid eyes on me and you want to find out what is going on. I am Color Me Badland, at least that is who I go by over here on YouTube and also Instagram. So welcome. We talk all things beauty. I am a beauty professional among many other things. And what I mean by a beauty professional, because we got a lot of people out here saying they're beauty professionals, I am a licensed cosmetologist, and happy to meet your acquaintance. We talk mainly about fragrances. We talk a little bit about all things beauty, anything that pertains to beauty from the inside out. We are going to tap into it. We're going to dig really deep. None of that shallow stuff. We're going all the way in. We'll also talk about love, relationships, romance, all hearts of the matter, family situations, issues, a little bit about dating, and faith, most importantly. If I forgot to mention anything, we're probably going to talk about that as well. So let's get into it. My first fragrance that I want to share with you guys, this is a fragrance that kind of shocked me when I was able to add this to my collection. And what I mean by shock is I was super impressed and excited for the fact that this fragrance smells absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is a fragrance that if I were going out, whether it would be to work or to church or a special event or anything of the sort outside of home, I would use this fragrance as a layering component, not wear this by itself. In my opinion, for me and what my taste in fragrances are, this is just a little bit too light to step outside the house, unless you're running errands, grocery store, going for a walk, something of that nature. But it's an absolutely gorgeous fragrance, and I wanted to come on and share. So the first one we're going to talk about today is a flanker of pink sugar. We all know that pink sugar is one of the most popular sweet tooth fragrances out there. And this one is red velvet, you guys. And you will be able to tell by the juice how much I really love this fragrance. I just added this one to my collection the beginning of last year. And this is how much juice is left in the bottle. I really love this fragrance. It smells so good. You can smell it from the bottle. I've talked about this fragrance on many occasions. I really have been enjoying this fragrance. I'm not much of a red velvet cake eater or anything of that nature, but this fragrance is super uberly delicious. Pink Sugar Red Velvet is an Aquilina fragrance if you're not familiar with the Pink Sugar brand. Most of us who collect fragrances know all about that good old pink sugar. It is floral, fruity, gourmand fragrance. Definitely gourmand. Definitely smell like good old baked goods. This is for women. It is a fairly new fragrance. Pink Sugar Red Velvet was launched back in 2021. Your top notes are strawberry. You got bergamot. Your middle notes are what I love to call Your heart notes or sweet notes, violet, orange blossom, and lily. Your base notes is what you're supposed to get down in the base. I kind of get this a little bit shooting out the gate. I get like all the goodness coming out of this fragrance, and I think that's why I love it so much. You're supposed to get whipped cream, vanilla, and amber toilette. Okay, so those are the notes that are inside of this fragrance. I want to show you how much I love this fragrance. This is what I use with this to get this to last. So say for instance, I did want to go light on my fragrances for the day. I'm doing a light work day, or maybe I'm going to church or something. You're only there for maybe 30 minutes to an hour, hour and a half, depending on your duties. And you want to wear something really, really pretty. You want to wear something really, really sweet and indulgent and gourmand. This is perfect. I think it's a little bit too sexy and seductive for that type of event or occasion. This is more so for at home, Netflix and chill, Hulu and chill, BET Plus and chill, whatever you like to do, chill. You know what I always say when I have a fragrance in my collection that I highly recommend that you get you some. Pink Sugar, Red Velvet. Okay, so next up on the list is an absolutely gorgeous scent, you guys. Now this is one of those fragrances that are super, super inexpensive. Some people like to use the word cheap. I try to watch that word and where I use it and when I use it, because some people are offended by that word and they get triggered by that, right? I could care less about that. We're all adults here. Let's keep it 100. This fragrance is $4. I found this fragrance for $4.99. Super, super pretty. It lasts on me for at least 2.5, 3, maybe 4 hours at the most. If you layer properly, you may get this fragrance to last a little bit longer, but perfect for an in-the-house date night. Perfect for you just spraying down for yourself, enjoying yourself. If you got your popcorn and you want to watch you a couple of shows and you want to binge watch, perfect. This is my favorite, chocolate covered strawberry. This fragrance did not come with any notes. I can't remember if I got this from Rainbow Shops or if I found this at Five Below during the holiday season. It's all a blur. I do have a recording of this, I think, when I first found this one. And so I may have stated where I found this one from back then. I want to say Five Below, but I could be wrong. This is so beautiful. Nonetheless, you guys, when I say chocolate covered strawberry, beautiful. $4.99. Absolutely gorgeous. You smell the strawberry. You get the juiciness. You get the sweetness. You get the candy. You get the chocolate. Now this is supposed to be milk chocolate, but it kind of gives me like a confectionery white chocolatey scent. Whatever the case may be, if you can get your hands on one of these, I highly recommend grabbing 2 of them, because if anybody else in your family loves sweet juiciness, they're gonna talk you out of this, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Perfect for indoor date night. Get you some. Alright, so since we're on the subject of exquisitely affordable fragrances, and when I say exquisitely, under $10, here's another one. This one was $4.99 also. Now, I wouldn't wear this fragrance out by itself, but perfect for layering, perfect for in the house. Beautiful fragrance, you guys. And this one right here lasts about 4 to 6 hours in the house after a beautiful shower, after a beautiful bath, after you cook a really nice dinner and you go and clean up and freshen up and you want to spray down in something that smells like a basket of candy. This one may be the one for you. This one is called Pink Candy Limited Edition. Now this one I know for sure I found at Five and Below. I always say Five Below, but it is Five and Below. Let me bring the packaging in a little bit closer, just in case you guys are able to find this package when you're out shopping and you recognize this. If you love the smell of white chocolate and cotton candies and all things alike, I highly recommend that you add this to your collection. This is delicious, you guys. I may use a little bit of this today in layering. It smells so good, but that chocolate covered strawberry is kicking on me right now. Now, some of these fragrances sometimes actually come with the notes on the actual boxes and containers. This one didn't, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's so beautiful. If you love your pink sugar fragrances, you're definitely going to enjoy this. It's super, super sweet though, you guys. So I want to share with you that if your significant other has an acquired sweet tooth, get you some. Again, this one is Pink Candy Limited Edition, and I found this one at 5 and below. If you see one when you're out shopping, grab one. If they have more than one, get your girl one too. All right, we're getting to it. So I don't know if yeah, you probably did if you watched any of my recordings. I was sharing with you guys on how sometimes on your timelines for like your Facebook, which I haven't logged into Facebook in almost a year, but I do Instagram. I did set up a new Instagram page almost a year ago. It was because of my son. My son said, "Mom, you need an Instagram." And I was like, "What do I need an Instagram for?" He was like, "Mom, you started a YouTube page. In order for you to connect with people and them to connect with you, you need an Instagram." I set up the Instagram and he was right. Life is better. All right, so let's get into this fragrance. This fragrance slid down in my Instagram timeline. As I stated before, every now and then, you get those advertisements for different fragrances, different fragrance companies, places that you can order fragrances from, discount coupons, you name it. So this fragrance hopped into my collection via Instagram. This one is called Fatal Flower, and I have to look at the name because she hasn't been in my collection that long, and I have only worn her once. I'm gonna bring this gorgeous bottle a little closer so you guys can take a peek at this, okay? Can you see that? Absolutely gorgeous, right? So pretty. So this is one of those bottles that you really don't want to spray out on. It's super, super gorgeous. I will share this with you if you do decide to add this to your collection. When you take the top off, make sure when you spray your fragrance on yourself that you turn your nozzle and spout this way to spray out on yourself and not toward where the bowl and the adornment is, because you don't want to start wetting up your bowl and messing up your decoration of your bottle. So just a little bit of a tidbit for fragrance bottles that you may have in your collection or that you may purchase in the future to keep this part from getting damaged. If you do decide to spray out on your bottle, you want to turn your nozzle again toward the back of the bottle and then spray from this way. And then that way you won't mess up your decoration. If you decide to spray out on your bottle, sometimes we get fragrance bottles that are really, really gorgeous. Like, I think this is so beautiful, you guys, that you don't want to spray out on. And I think that's probably why I've only sprayed out on it like once. I checked it to see whether or not I really liked it. Of course I love it, or I wouldn't be sharing it with you. All right, so let's get into what's in this fragrance. And maybe this is something, if you don't already have this in your collection, that you may be interested in adding. Perfect for that in the house date night. This is Fatal Flower, and this is by Jamina B. Okay, first time I'd ever heard of them. It is an amber vanilla fragrance for women. I love a good amber and vanilla fragrance. For some reason, with vanillas, I like vanilla, but vanilla fragrances don't always pop for me. But when they're combined with like amber and things of that nature, or they're in a gourmand scented fragrance, they work for me. And so this is one of those. This is a really beautiful amber vanilla fragrance. Sidebar: Fatal Flower was launched back in 2020. We all remember the year 2020. We'll never forget that, will we? Your top notes are bergamot. You've got almond. Stop! Any fragrance that has almond in it, I can always almost guarantee that it is going to work for me. I've mentioned on several occasions prior to this one that fragrances that have nuts in them, whether it's almond, cashew, peanut butter, Or I'm not peanut butter, but peanuts. Some fragrances do smell like peanut butter. I got one that smells like PB&J. But peanuts, cashews, macadamia nuts, any kind of nut always gives a beautiful texture and component to fragrances. And I can almost always guarantee that if a fragrance has a nut in it, I am going to enjoy and like it, and it's always going to rock well with me. Just wanted to share that with you. It also has pink pepper. The pink pepper is done so beautifully in this fragrance. I don't know if there's a synthetic note involved in that. I really don't get too much concerned with that. I can tell if there's synthetics in a fragrance, and a lot of times there are nowadays. But I really enjoy this fragrance. The pink pepper is done so beautifully. It's such a rich spin on a soft and clean spicy scent. Your middle notes are got a little bit of white floral in them. You got iris. Your iris will always know that's where you get your powderiness from in a fragrance. There are other notes that will cause a little bit of powderiness in your fragrances, but I can almost guarantee you that any fragrance that has the note of iris in it, whether it's male, female, or unisex, is going to dry down or give you a little bit of powderiness in the heart or the base of your fragrance. You're also going to get tuberose in this fragrance. You're also going to get a little bit of rose. We're dancing with it. You already know, if you've been watching me any length of time, that I am a rose fanatic. I'm on a long life journey of the most beautiful rose fragrance. I'll probably be on that journey till the end. Your base notes. Your base notes are where your fragrance dries down on you. Now, this is where a fragrance can get tricky when you're looking up notes and trying to find out if you like what's in the fragrance and how it's going to work well for you and your body chemistry. Everybody doesn't always get the base notes of a fragrance. Like I was sharing with another fragrance earlier, that I get the marshmallow and the vanilla and the creaminess all at the beginning of that fragrance. Like, it gives it all to me. And I love that. And you'll find fragrances that do that to you. It depends on your body chemistry and what you're pulling and what you draw from that fragrance. Okay? But your base notes for this are supposed to give you a musk, which gives you the solidness of your fragrance. You get vanilla, which I love that because the vanilla is so beautiful on me, you guys. I sprayed some of this on yesterday or day before yesterday to kind of test it out a little bit. I can't tell you how long it lasted on me because I used something else behind it, but I wanted to find out what it was going to do for me initially, and I really enjoyed this fragrance. So at least I can tell you for the first 30 to an hour and a half of this fragrance rocked beautifully for me. It also has amber and tonka bean. So that's going to give you, believe it or not, a little creamy and milkiness in this fragrance as well. Again, I'm not sure if that's going to happen for you in this fragrance, but that's what I got out of this fragrance. Perfect Valentine's Day fragrance for that up and close and personal date night in the house. Okay, so the next fragrance that I'm going to share with you guys is in the category of a celebrity fragrance. I didn't know. And so I had to come on and share this one with you guys because, like I said, the subject is up close and personal encounters, date night, perfect for Valentine's Day if you're staying in the house, even if you just want to smell good to yourself, you guys. This fragrance right here, y'all, is so cute and so pretty and so sweet. Like, this is cute enough for, like, if you got like a really young like teenager daughter that loves fragrances, but you want her to stay a little girl, but you don't mind her spraying a little something on herself, you know, for special occasions, or, you know, just a little something. This is so pretty, and it is adult enough for us too, ladies. So that's why I'm coming on to share this. The name of this one is called Sweet Tooth, and it's by Sabrina Carpenter, and it says it's made with love. Okay, so let me bring the box in a little bit close. Okay, I didn't know it was a celebrity fragrance. I heard it was good. I read the notes on it, and here you go. Okay, love the box. It kind of looks like it's pink, but it looks like a white chocolate bar. So I think that's really cute, right? I sprayed a little bit of this on. This is good. I sprayed a little bit of this on just to see if I liked it or not. And as I stated before, I love white chocolate. And so, like, when you find scents like this is such a good fragrance. Like, what? All right. Sweet Tooth by Sabrina Carpenter is a floral, fruity, gourmand fragrance for women. Of course, anyone who wants to wear this absolutely can. It depends on your scent palette and what you love in a fragrance. So go for it, okay? Trust me. Sweet Tooth was launched in 2022. Your top notes are marshmallow, listen y'all, candy ginger, chocolate, and bergamot. And you notice bergamot, which is an Italian lime, is in a lot of fragrances. And I'm under the impression that that's a great preservative for fragrances because it's in almost everything now. If you go back, maybe 15, 20, 30 years where fragrances were out, or fragrances that are that old, you may not hear that note as much. But nowadays, a bergamot is in everything, okay? Middle note, which is your heart notes. You're going to get Madagascar vanilla. You're going to get coconut milk, and you're going to get a white floral, okay? Then in your base notes, you're going to get whipped cream, you're going to get sugar, cashmere musk, cashmere wood, and musk. This is good, okay? Now, the reason why I say this is perfect for in the house date night is because fragrances like this typically don't have that power punch of a fragrance that I look for in an all-day fragrance. I like beast mode mama girl, and so that's not what this is. This is really light, it's really sweet, it's really dainty, it's really, really cute. It's got a little bit of sophistication in it. It's sexy. It is scrumdiddlyumptious. So if you are like looking to get to know what a gourmand fragrance is, and you like a little bit of fruitiness in your fragrance, I highly recommend that you get your nose on this. And you can find this on sale so many places for really, really inexpensive prices. Just grab it and see what you think about it. I love this fragrance. Like I said, last year I really started getting into and really appreciating the gourmand fragrance world, right? I've never been much of a candy person. I don't have a sweet tooth. Every now and then, I may grab a couple of peanut covered M&Ms or something, or like, I have my things that I like and I go to when I want something sweet, right? In a candy. But to like those scents in fragrances is a whole nother level. And if your significant other likes sweet things as well, this is perfect for bedtime, perfect for movie night. So sexy. It smells so delicious, you guys. And so if you haven't added this one to your collection yet, and you love a good gourmand fragrance, go for it. It's really, really good. To the point where I need a bigger bottle. I don't think this is going to make it too long in my collection. Alright, you guys. So we're going to cut this one a little short, okay? Only because, I get carried away. I had so many fragrances pulled out of my collection that I wanted to share with you guys that I haven't even talked about with you guys yet. And I said, at some point, you just got to stop this. You got to stop the insanity, okay? Calling me enough is enough. So this is going to be our last fragrance of this Valentine's Day roundup of fragrances in my collection that I deem worthy enough to wear on Valentine's Day. And I get serious about my Valentine's Day now. You don't have to have nobody dropping nothing off to you or give you nothing, girl. Treat yourself. I keep telling you. We're going to do a video declaration on how to treat yourself. All right, because it's important, it's necessary. Stop looking for other people to do for you what you can do for yourself. All right, let's get into it. But let me just say this though before we move on to this next thing. That don't mean you don't deserve it now, queen. So don't mean that doesn't mean you don't deserve it. But we have to learn how to be content within ourselves. And we have to learn how to be happy with ourselves and find inner peace and inner love and joy within ourselves. And then we won't lower our expectations and accept just anything. And why I made that statement This is a fragrance that I'm going to share with you guys. You all well know that I love the design house of Christian Dior when it comes to fragrances. I talk about Christian Dior on almost every recording. Even if I'm not talking about a Christian Dior fragrance, I love CD. Okay? So, the fragrance I want to come on and share with you guys, I couldn't come on without sharing one of their fragrances as a perfect in the house Valentine's Day fragrance. But before we share this, I want to set this disclaimer out here. Okay? Because sometimes we entertain people that may not be worthy of our time, worthy of our company, definitely not worthy enough to step foot across our threshold of our home. But we do it anyway, or we've done it anyway. Now that doesn't pertain to everybody, but it has happened, and it's happened to the best of us, right? This is one of those fragrances that you don't wear for the buster. And what I mean by the buster is somebody who wants to stop by your home and they don't bring anything. They don't ask you if you need anything before they come. They want to come, and if you drink, they want to come and drink up all your liquor. If you've cooked, they want to take a plate home and they don't even say thank you. They wear a do-rag to your house and they don't even take their do-rag off when they enter your home. That person. So, say what you want to say, but these are the types of fragrances that you do not pull out when those type of people are coming to your home. Let's stop inviting them, period. This fragrance, I had to get that off my chest, okay? You know, this is my channel. So, this fragrance is Poison Girl. This one is the Eau de Toilette. I also have the Eau de Parfum to this one as well. But this one actually smells better on me and it lasts longer on me, believe it or not. And I think that like Eau de Toilettes especially are perfect for like in the house bedtime scents. If you're having an in the house date night or movie night at home and you're not stepping out, and if you do step out, it'll still rock with you. It's just not really strong and as potent as your Eau de Parfums. So this one is Poison Girl. I couldn't choose between Poison Girl or Poison Girl Unexpected because both of them got a special place in my heart. But this is so delicious. Like I might wear this today. This is so good, you guys. Like it's something special about this fragrance. And at first I didn't know if I was gonna want to add this to my collection, but this is a beautiful, beautiful offering from Christian Dior. And right off the bat, I told you sometimes when I spray a fragrance out, I get certain notes that come out for me automatically. I am a citrus person. I love oranges. I love mandarin orange fragrances. You name it. I get the orange. It's a bitter orange at the top note and a lemon at the top note. And as soon as I spray this out, I get that. So gorgeous, you guys. Like this is such a beautiful fragrance. And I'll tell you, when I added this to my collection, I did something really, really disrespectful with this. I layered this with Hypnotic Poison, Pure Poison. I always will layer the three together, right? Because I'm thinking nothing's going to last as long on me as Poison or Hypnotic Poison, even Pure Poison. So I was disrespectful to this fragrance when I first got this. When I tell you this fragrance can stand alone, even the Eau de Toilette, such a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. In your middle notes is Damask Rose. I told you I love rose fragrances. Then there's a Grasse Rose. So you got two roses in the middle. You've got Orange Blossom, which kind of mellows out your rose and gives it a real smoothness. Very, very exotic fragrance, okay? Your base notes are vanilla. You got almond. Once again, as I've shared, anything that has an almond note, cashew, peanut, any type of nut in a fragrance always works so beautifully for me. It also has tonka bean. It has Toulouse balsam, which is a little bit of greenness in the fragrance, which I really appreciate the earthiness of componency in this fragrance. You also get sandalwood, cashmere, and heliotrope. And heliotrope, again, is one of those notes and fragrances that work really beautiful for me and my body chemistry. and they allow the fragrance to last really, 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 really long on me. And I really love this fragrance. It is such a gorgeous scent. I haven't sprayed out on this in a while. It's so delicious. If you love mandarin orange, it's so pretty. I will share with you something that this smells really good. I love to layer fragrances. I'm really bad with that. I've gotten into this addiction of wanting to couple 2 and 3 fragrances together to see what kind of combination I'm going to get. Sometimes one fragrance is all you need. And I always disrespect this perfume and layer it with something else. If you like Happy by Clinique, the original Happy, and you like to layer your fragrances, those two together smell so magical. It is unbelievable. If you love a really pretty bedtime scent and your significant other or lover loves the scent of oranges, juicy oranges, mandarin oranges, and you couple those together, you are in for a treat. I'm telling you right now, red light alert, sexy, sexy, sexy. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen, because there are some gentlemen that love to rock this fragrance. All I can tell you is get you some and be careful. If you're not trying to get impregnated on Valentine's Day, don't grab this, because it's gonna get you in a whole lot of trouble. This is your girl, Color Me Valentines, and thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate all of your love and support. I want to thank all of my new subscribers and also my existing subscribers. Hey, thank you guys for rocking. Thank you for coming over to Instagram and following me. I'm sure I followed you back, and if I haven't, I will. I'm really weird about that, because sometimes I log into Instagram and I get caught up in scrolling through and liking pictures and saying hi to people before I check to see who is in the list for me to click on to confirm a follow or a follow back. So I apologize for that if I made you wait a couple days and you think, who she thinks she is. It just takes me a while. I'm not on there a lot, and when I am on there, I'm normally scrolling through like everybody else, trying to see what's popping on Instagram. Again, this is your girl, Color Me Valentines. We greatly appreciate your love and your support. Make sure you comment below if you have any of those fragrances in your collection. And don't be shy if you got plans for Valentine's Day, even if it's just you and you alone. Shout it down in the comments. Make sure you share with us where you're from and what's your favorite fragrance for Valentine's Day. Ta-ta for now. Peace.